Welcome back to Social Theory Today, where we learn more about the systems that shape our daily life. These systems, workplaces, schools, families, or other social spaces, often validate our behaviors in two ways: explicitly, through grades, awards, or metrics, and implicitly, through social praise or quiet acknowledgement. These forms of accreditation can either strengthen our connection to our work, values, and community, or leave us feeling disconnected and alienated. At the heart of it all lies this tension. Are these systems helping us grow authentically and connect meaningfully, or are they reducing our contributions to something commodified and transactional? Today, we're exploring two outcomes of accreditation systems: accredited integration and accredited alienation. Let's start with integration, when systems align with our values and celebrate the deeper purpose of our contributions. This is where accreditation becomes a bridge, connecting us to our work, our communities, and ourselves. Take the workplace. Imagine a company that recognizes employees not just for hitting sales targets, but for fostering innovation, mentoring co-workers, or improving morale. These forms of explicit accreditation validate contributions beyond the numbers, helping employees feel genuinely valued. Now add the implicit side, co-workers informally acknowledging each other's efforts, like resolving a conflict or supporting team growth. Together, these layers of accreditation create a culture of mutual respect and camaraderie, making the workplace more than just a job. It becomes a source of fulfillment. Or think about education. In a school where students are recognized not just for grades or test scores, but for personal growth and creative problem solving, the learning process feels meaningful. When teachers and peers value traits like kindness or resilience, students feel seen for who they are, not just what they achieve. This kind of validation fosters curiosity and a love of learning. And it's not just formal institutions. In families, explicit validation might look like celebrating each other's unique paths, whether someone chooses a creative career, prioritizes personal growth, or follows a traditional route. Implicitly, it's about the small moments of care and togetherness, the shared meals, the encouragement after a tough day. These forms of accreditation remind us that we're valued for who we are, not just what we accomplish. But what happens when accreditation systems go wrong? When they focus on superficial metrics or rigid standards, we experience accredited alienation, a disconnect between our contributions and their deeper meaning. In workplaces, this could mean performance reviews that focus solely on measurable outcomes, like profits or efficiency, while ignoring relational or creative contributions. Employees start to feel reduced to metrics, disconnected from the purpose of their work. Socially, the same dynamic plays out when office culture rewards self-promotion over genuine collaboration. Workers who prioritize teamwork may feel overlooked, leading to frustration and disengagement. Education tells a similar story. When students are judged only by test scores, the system sidelines other forms of intelligence and creativity. This can leave students feeling boxed into narrow definitions of success, disconnected from their love of learning, and overwhelmed by pressure. The implicit messages from peers or parents often reinforce this, equating academic performance with personal value, making students who don't fit the mold feel alienated. And in activism, accreditation can feel equally hollow. Nonprofits might prioritize donor engagement or social media reach over tangible systemic change. Activists whose work is rooted in purpose may feel their efforts are being commodified or diluted. When social media norms reward performative allyship, like sharing hashtags without substantive action, the pressure to appear visible often outweighs the need to drive meaningful change. Here's the tricky part. Many of us experience integration and alienation at the same time. In the workplace, a designer might feel integrated through peer recognition for their creativity, but alienated by corporate exploitation of their work. In education, a student might thrive in a supportive classroom, but feel crushed by the rigid expectations of standardized testing. In activism, a climate advocate might feel supported by their community while being disheartened by superficial corporate endorsements of their cause. This duality reflects the complexity of modern systems. Accreditation can connect us in some ways while estranging us in others. So what determines whether we experience integration or alienation? It often comes down to three factors. First, alignment with intrinsic values. When aligned, accreditation reinforces identity and connection. When misaligned, it feels hollow or commodified. Second, social connection. Integration happens when accreditation strengthens relationships and belonging, while alienation occurs when it isolates or reduces contributions to transactions. Third, respect for potential capabilities. Integration allows room for exploration and growth. Alienation reduces our contributions to narrow commodified outputs. Accredited integration and alienation aren't just outcomes, they're reflections of the systems we build and participate in. By recognizing how these systems operate, we can advocate for ones that empower connection, authenticity, and growth. Thanks for joining us on Social Theory today. Join us next time as we explore more of the forces shaping our world.